All right, here we are. It's an 04 F350, 6-liter diesel. Basic crew cab, long bed, nothing too spectacular or fantastic. Started getting nothing but cold air out of the heater, which in Alaska in the springtime, which it's April 21st right now, you still want your heat. Getting to the point where you won't need it soon. But through my basic tracking down, not being a mechanic myself, I looked at my operating temperature on my instrument panel was normal, so I knew it wasn't my thermostat. I still had full control of the speed of the air coming out of the blower motor, so it wasn't the resistor, which was recently changed anyway. So I figured it was probably the blend door, and I guess it could be a couple other things, but that was my natural guess. And on this truck, it's pretty easy to change. I gotta see. I may not have even got the right one. I got this one here on Amazon, and we'll see if it's the right one or not. But it's right behind your glove box. Should need a screwdriver, just a regular one. And then you squeeze these sides in here. And you gotta do both, so excuse the odd angle here. But you squeeze both in there and there, inward like that on both sides. It'll overextend it. And then, right up here you have the animal. So you unplug it, which doesn't take anything too spectacular unless you're holding a cell phone trying to do it from an odd angle. There you go. And then to pop that thing up, what I did was put a screwdriver in there a little further, pop it right up, and then you should, if everything goes right, be able to lift it out. That's the beast. What I did is the first time I took this thing off, when it started acting up, I cleaned it up. A bunch of gunk was over here, right around this thing, all in this area where my finger's pointing to a little bit. Wiped it off, cleaned it up, and started working. But what I noticed is whenever I turned the heat from hot to cold, it would start clicking a little bit. It would go, but it would do it under protest, for lack of a better term. So I ended up ordering another one on Amazon. It was 20 to 30 bucks. Looks to be the same part. Let's see here. Plug looks the same. It's got that little shaft on the same side. So one thing I will do is I'm going to plug this thing in real quick. If I can, I'm going to pause this. I'm going to plug this plug here into this and then turn on the ignition of the truck. So hopefully it'll align that wherever the hell it's supposed to be. I don't know how spectacular that'll be or how well it'll work, but I'm going to pause it real quick to make sure I can do that, and I'll get right back with you. Okay, so I had it plugged in. I didn't notice much motion, if any, so I was worried at first that I might not get a connection, so I actually started the truck. Still wasn't moving. I had it dead center pretty much between hot and cold. So then I moved it one way or the other, and then it slowly moved, so I moved it back. So I think it was just lined up. So maybe it'll line up if you just have it on the middle setting. Maybe it won't. Your truck could be completely different than my old jalopy. So I'm going to put this back in here. See if I can't MacGyver this thing in position. Won't take too much, I imagine, because it came out pretty easy overall. Oh, I'm sorry. I had a terrible angle there. And you may have to get this thing kind of cantered a little bit. Okay, seems to be sitting in there pretty good. I hope I didn't just take a video of that whole dash the whole time like that. That'd be a dumb move, but I've done dumber. So I had to take this and move it this way and this way a little bit to get that shaft to line up. But once I did, she seemed to line up. Let's see if she plugs in and does what she's supposed to here. Now the truck was already warmed up when I did this, so in theory I should be able to get hot air on this thing, real hot. which it is blowing hot. And then I should be able to move this to cold and feel the immediate change, which I did. So all right, it's working now. Again, I'm not a mechanic or anything. I'm just too broke to actually pay somebody to work on my stuff. So don't take this as the fix-all, but once you got it all plugged in and set back in there, all you should have to do is reverse process on your glove box. And then the longest part of the job seems to be putting all my crap back on my glove box. But beyond that, hopefully this was helpful.